Hi, in this video I want to show you a bit more about the improvements that we have made for the aliases in the Framing Styles editor. I can access this by going to the Framing Styles editor in the top left of the ribbon. Once the Framing Styles editor is launched, I will go to full screen. By going to the Inventory tab on the top left corner, I would have access to all the different aliases defined for this project. We will see different alias regarding roof details, floor details, and wall details. Next step, we have the beam code available and the default material. With the beam code, I can define a default beam code, which is already defined in the details or in the element buildup. Next to that, I can also define a default material, a default structure framing family type. For example, if I would have a look at my OSB, I can find a beam code next to that, and I can map it to the corresponding structure framing family. Of course, these values can be overwritten in the relevant framing style. Now, how it is in practice, that's something I will show you in the next step. In the framing styles, you will see that now I have a shorter list, and next to the aliases, I now have the beam codes available as well. If we were to have a look at my studs, which are currently defined as ST, by going to the zones, selecting the zone, I have a material set of studs, but I can still override the beam code. So I can still override the default beam code, which was defined in the inventory. As you have noticed, this list is also a lot shorter. This is also an improvement that we have made. We filter out only the relevant aliases to avoid polluting your framing style with too many or irrelevant aliases. This is done with the Alias Manager. For example, if I would want to add a blocking alias to this framing style or to this group, I can define it with the Alias Manager. The Alias Manager can be found next to the Rename tab of the group. You select this option. You will see this new UI popping up. On the left, you will see the available aliases, which you can now add to your group. If they are grayed out, that means that they're currently in use in a detail or in the element buildup. Now let's say I want to add this blocking to my framing style group. You can see now the blocking has been added and enabled alias. We save. You will see other blockings now available in this framing style as well as the other one. And here, I can further define the material that I want to use for my blocking. Now I can go to the edge details, modify my detail, add an inventory item. In this case, I want to add a blocking. I can define the location. And on the right hand side in inventory, I can define this with the blocking alias. It's now taken the 38 by 89, which was defined in the framing style. I hope this video helps you get a better understanding of the improvements that we have made for the Alias Manager, and this speeds up your design process even more. Thanks for watching.